All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mallikarjun here. Here we can quickly demonstrate on the my database shutdown sequences. In our last session, we saw about my database startup sequences. Now we can see the shutdown sequences. Right, typically quickly recap my database startup sequence. You have a shutdown, database in shutdown mode to no mount mode, no mount to mount mode, from mount to open mode. This is your database typical startup sequence here. And from shutdown to no mount, you're going to read SP file first. If SP file is not available, you're going to read for P file. If both SP file and P file not available, your database instance will not go from shutdown to no mount. From no mount to mount, you're going to read for the control file, database control file. If database control file is found, you're going to go from no mount to mount. If the database control files are not found, your database will not go from no mount to mount mode. From mount to open mode, you're going to read for all your data files and all your redo logs. And if it found data files and redo logs, it's going to go from mount to open. If it did not find any data files or redo log files, your database will never go from mount to open mode. So these are your typical dependencies: SP file or P file, control file, data file or redo log files. And each of those separate stages from shutdown to no mount, from no mount to mount to open. Right, so that's a typical database startup sequence. But now coming back to database shutdown sequence, we have very first command shutdown abort. So we never ever use shutdown abort for any of the production database or any of the client environment. We are shutdown immediate. We have shutdown transactional. We have shutdown normal. So not applicable. We never ever use shutdown abort because when you do a shutdown abort, it will not allow any new user connection. It will not wait for any transaction to complete. It will not wait for any new user to connect, and it's gonna immediately kill all the database instance and it's gonna shut down. Your data files are inconsistent, and your control files are inconsistent. When you start the database instance in the next time, it's gonna go for your instance recovery or the crash recovery. So that's a very risky. We never use this shutdown abort. So shutdown immediate is the best option. It's not going to wait for any new user connection. It will not allow for any new user connection. It will not wait for any user transaction to complete. It's going to immediately kill all the transactions. And then it will not wait for any user to log out. It's going to kill all the user session. And it's going to make sure that your data files and control files are in consistent state. It's going to force the checkpoint. Very good option. We always use shutdown immediate for our production or any client operations or any of the database operation for any maintenance. We have to go for your shutdown immediate, best option. Right, shutdown transactional, we should not use it because we don't know shutdown transaction how much time it's gonna go for shutting down. Because with a shutdown transactional, which will not allow for any user connection and which will not wait for user session to end. It's gonna kill all the user session. But shutdown transaction had a bad remark. It will wait for all the transaction to complete. If any users are connected and they're doing the transaction, it's gonna wait for all the transaction to complete. We don't know how much time those transactions gonna take, right? It may take 1 hour, it may take 2 hours, it may take 10 hours. The shutdown transactional command will be keep on hanging until the transaction completes. Very bad here. So shutdown normal also, we don't know how much time your database shutdown will take because the characteristics of shutdown normal is gonna not allow for any new user connection. It'll not, you know, uh, it's not gonna uh, like coming like the difference between the transactional and normal all are same. Where shutdown normal is not allowing any new user connection, but it will not kill any user transaction or it will not kill any user sessions. It will wait for all the transaction to complete. It will wait for all the users to log out by themselves. We don't know users connected when they log out. We don't know user transactions when they're going to end out. So your database shutdown normal command will be keep on hanging. But the difference or the common factors between shutdown transactional, shutdown normal is both are going to do a force checkpoint and data file and control files are in consistent state, similar to the shutdown immediate. Right. So By considering the drawback of transactional or normal, we don't know how much transaction is going to take the time. We don't know how many users are take how much time to log out. So because of those drawbacks, we are not going to use transactional or normal. We're going to use only shutdown immediate, which is the best option. So for example, now here, so I can say connect to my database, SQL plus SHDBA. I can do shutdown abort. Your instance will be quickly down. Instance shutdown, done. So it will be exit from your SQL command line. Done. So your instance is killed. If I do startup, when the next time startup, it's gonna do that instance recovery or the crash recovery. So if I do shutdown immediate is the best option now. So it's gonna, do your database consistent state and force the checkpoint, and it'll kill all the transaction, it'll kill all the user session, and your database will go down and it'll be in a consistent state. Right. So your shutdown immediate, it won't take a few seconds because we just started database instance here and the background process are keep getting started, and at the same time we did a shutdown here. It's gonna take some time to free that particular memories, whatever assigned, and then it's gonna do a shutdown immediate. So if I can quickly check my database alert log for this, oh, it's already done probably now. Yeah, your database instance, your database is closed, your database is dismounted, your database instance is shut down. Whereas in shutdown abort, instance is down. That's it. But whereas shutdown immediate, database closed, database dismounted, and your Oracle instance shut down. Again, if I do startup now, and now I can do shutdown transactional. But if I can locate alert underscore devdb.log, this is your database alert log. In the database alert log, you can monitor that operation. Your shutdown transactional has been done now. Database is closed and all the background processes are getting down here. Shutdown transactional, database is closed, database is dismounted, and your Oracle database instance is down. Right. So if you observe, all these three steps are taken care here, and shutdown immediate also all three steps are taken care here. In shutdown abort, just kill the instance. Just see the last option. Right. In my case here, no user connected, no transactions are happening. All the shutdown transactional and shutdown normals are executing properly fine without any issue. But if you run this transactional and normal in any of the production environment or client environment, this command will be seems like hanging without doing any operations. Be careful on that while running this command, these two commands, shutdown normal or shutdown transactional. Very, very risky. Risky in the sense it'll be just like waiting for that user session to end, waiting for that transaction to end. Unnecessarily, we may our database shutdown command may hang for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 5 hours, one day. We don't know. Again, we need to cancel and then resubmit that shutdown. Right. So right now your database is shutting down here. Stopping your background process. Right. Your services are going down here. Shutdown normal, database is closed, database is dismounted, and your instance will be down. Instance is shutdown complete, your instance is down. Again, I'm gonna start it back. Right, so that is your typical shutdown operations. Your transaction is not available or not applicable. We should not use the shutdown abort. Best option is shutdown immediate, but these two are like not user friendly for any maintenance activity because when you do it, we don't know how much time it's going to take it. All right, so let's connect on our new session with a new topic. Until then, take care. Thank you guys. Bye.